Hey guys, what's going on? This is a Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for another live review of this week's episode of 205 Live. The June 19th, 2018 edition of 205 Live has took place in Toledo, Ohio. As far as this show goes, I mean, for the most part, I enjoyed it, mainly because of the main event. We had like a little, couple of filler moment in the middle with, TJP just continuing on this whole storyline with him and Drake Maverick. And then also the first match, which is continuing this feud with the Lucha House Party and the alliance of Maverick. I mean, not Maverick, Gulak, Gallagher, and Kendrick also. So for the most part, I thought it was a pretty good show, especially that main event, and it helped establish a new main event talent for the Cruiserweight division as well, that I definitely think is most deserving of a Cruiserweight championship opportunity. So let's get right into the show and talk about this show really quick here, because it won't take that long to talk about. We started off with a match between Drew Gulak and Lince Dorado, or as Gulak called him, Dorito. This whole feud, I keep saying no, with the Lucha House Party and Drake. I mean, if I say Drake Maverick one more time, I'll snap. Drew Gulak and his partners, again, Gallagher and Kendrick, which, by the way, Gallagher was not on the show tonight because he was away at for the UK tournament is going to air sometime next week, and that's why also we didn't have Nigel McGuinness or Vic Joseph also, because they were out on their assignment for the UK tournament as well. So we had Tom Phillips and Percy Watson calling 205 Live tonight, or last night. But so getting back to this feud with the Lucha House Party and Gulak, again, Kendrick and Gallagher. Again, it's been like starting to drag on a little bit. I know it's been kind of like, conflicted because of, Gallagher's scheduling conflicts and whatnot. Because last week they had a 6-man tag match between them. Then they had another match this week involving just Gulak and Dorado. Gulak eventually was on the win thanks to, the help from the Brian Kendrick outside the ring. Also, we have to see Penelope Gulak, the little pinata that the Lucha House Party made of Drew Gulak. But next, we're going to be getting a 6-man tag team elimination match, which I think is reasonable to finally just settle this feud. Because it's fun to start dragging on a little bit, but what actually got me, like a little bit like, okay, is the fact that they mentioned that since Gallagher, I keep getting their names wrong, Gulak got Dorado, or we call him Dorito, to tap out to the sleeper hold, which is very deadly, the dragon sleeper. They said that Gulak has gotten all 3 members of the Lucha House Party to tap out to his submission. So again, they're settled a feud next week. So I mean, it's been like one of those feuds, like, okay, it's got a drag. It's like they're all fighting, 2 fight, whatnot. So it's been an all right feud, I gotta say. But yeah, so we're gonna get into the feud next week, which hopefully means that they'll move on to something else each. So we'll see what happens down the line. But Drew Gulak wins the opening match against Lince Dorado, thanks to help from the Brian Kendrick. Again, Jack Gallagher was not there this week because he was out at the UK tournament. Then Drake Maverick is talking to the referee, Danilo and Fabio, on how he wants the main event called. He just wants to be just a clean fight. He doesn't want anybody, any another main event ruined. Like it's like Hideo Itami did. Which, speaking of which, Itami rolls up and says hi, and Maverick tells him if he has issues in the future, he needs to handle them professionally and come to him instead of running in on matches. Itami says there won't be any problems in the future if Maverick shows him respect, and Maverick says respect is a 2-way street, and Itami can learn it and can earn it by beating 2 tough competitors tonight. And then we see Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy talking backstage. Now they're just a random partnership because they work out together or whatnot. Then we had TJP come out on the microphone talking about the Cruiser Great being wasted again. He called himself the Cruiser Great. Tries to interview a jobber in the ring who calls himself Palbert for Toledo, Ohio. That's what TJP calls him. Then Palbert punches TJP for disrespecting him, so he grapevines the leg and puts him in the knee bar. And then we got Palbert to tap out, and TJP holds on it for a little while. he just starts shouting to the crowd that, he's continuing to be wasted, and he walks out. So just another thing to continue on this whole thing with TJP feeling he's not getting the respect he deserves on 205 Live, which does again interest me in some ways. So let's see, hopefully them go to a different level that soon. Also, it was announced that Lio Rush will debut next week, also on 205 Live, and the other matches were now announced, as I said before, with for Gallagher, Kedrick, and Gulak take out a Lucha House Party in a tag team elimination match. And we see Cedric Alexander shake Mustafa Ali's hand as he gets ready to head out for our main event, which our main event, again, was Hideo Itami taking on Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali in a triple threat match. It wasn't considered a number one contenders match. I think it was considered who was in line to get another title opportunity down the line. So at the beginning of the match, of course, Murphy and Ali both wanted a piece of Itami because he interrupted their match a few weeks ago. So they try to go after him, but then Murphy gets caught by Mustafa's dive to ruin that team up. Murphy ends up getting kicked off the apron, and Itami works over Ali. Buddy comes back, and so he and Itami can trade strikes. And then Murphy turned Ali inside out with a lariat, and then Murphy took control for a time as the pace slows. He tries to get sleepers on both his opponents, but Ali comes back and things pick up, and he hit a rolling X Factor on Buddy where the Juggernaut launches him over his head, so he finishes the move on Itami. Things get crazy for a while. They had a catching spinning DDT on Itami from Murphy. Itami also kicks a moonsaulting Ali out of the air, and Ali hit a 450 splash on both Murphy and Itami at once, who were stacked up on each other. And but the Buddy pulled Ali out, and he went to cover Itami. And after that, Murphy sought to punish Mustafa Ali on the announce table, but Ali turned the tables, swept the leg, and they hit a Spanish fly off the desk onto the floor. It looked deadly as hell, but I thought it was a sick-looking move. So that pretty much took Murphy out of the match. Ali crawls back to the ring, but then Itami had taken off the bottom turnbuckle on one of the corners, and he hit him with a running drop kick in the corner, and then that pretty much puts out Ali, and Hideo Itami gets the victory. Afterwards, we see, of course, Ali and Murphy sit in their spots looking disappointed. And then Itami does his little victory dance to close the show. So it looks like that, Hideo Itami won the match, which I like to give him some momentum into the main event scene of 205 Live. I don't know if this means we're going to be getting, just Itami versus Alexander down the line. I mean, I would love to see that match at SummerSlam, which is why I'm still going to say, I don't think it would work out now, but they would have a match for Extreme Rules, part of the pre-show. It's the Cruiserweight Championship has not been on a pay-per-view at all, even if this is a pre-show, since the Greatest Royal Rumble wasn't on Backlash, and it wasn't at Money in the Bank either. So I'd say maybe like a fatal four-way match for the Cruiserweight Championship between all four of the competitors: Alexander, Ali, Murphy, and Itami. Save Itami and Alexander for SummerSlam, I'd say, in my honest opinion. But it is. I love this match. It was a great action. It established Itami as a serious contender on 205 Live as well. So look forward to seeing what they do in the next coming weeks as well, leading up to Extreme Rules. But that is it for this episode of 205 Live. Again, the match with Gulak and Dorito wasn't too bad. It was okay, but again, I'm just starting to get a little tired of this feud. TJP did his thing again, which I'm hoping they'll start getting to the next level with this. And then we had a great triple threat match in the main event between Ali, Itami, and Murphy. So with that, I'm going to give this episode of 205 Live an A-. What great review this week's episode of 205 Live. Leave thoughts down in the comment section below as always. And be sure to click my like, subscribe, more content on this channel. And follow me on Twitter as well at TheMayorAir93. And I'll be back up here live in a couple hours for my live review of tonight's episode of NXT. So then, guys, I'm checking out, and I'll see you all later. So until then, guys, peace out, everybody.